Ever wondered what a fractional CFO actually does and whether you need one? I'm Jim Miller, founder of Astero Group, and today I'm breaking down everything you need to know about hiring a fractional CFO, how much it costs, and whether it's worth it for your business. If you run a company doing over $1 million in revenue, usually $2 million, kind of in that zone, this might be the game changer you've been looking for. So let's dig in and find out. At my firm, we work every day with business owners across the US to help them grow, cut the right costs, achieve goals, save on taxes, and have peace of mind around accounting. If you want actionable financial advice from someone who's in it every day, spanning most industries, hit subscribe and let's get started. All right, so number one, what is a fractional CFO? A fractional CFO is basically a CFO you don't have to hire full time. No new laptops, no onboarding, no employer taxes, none of that. Instead of bringing someone on payroll at $250K plus a year plus bonuses, you get the same high-level strategy and financial insight for a fraction of the cost. So it's having a seasoned financial executive on speed dial, helping you make smart moves, but only paying for the time and expertise you actually need. And here's a really key point, and to me that's whether the fractional CFO is with a firm, because then they're backed by an entire team. So you're not stuck with a single skill set. There are moments in a business's life that require a specific set of skills, and those needs can be completely different a year later. So let's say a company decides to do an acquisition. Instead of hiring and firing through that cycle, which costs you a ton of time and money, find a top firm and let them swap out CFOs to give you the best weapon for the moment. And all that should be at no extra cost, headaches, or hard feelings. Number two, what does a fractional CFO do? What do they actually do? Well, a fractional CFO is your financial strategist and sometimes your confidant. So we look at cash flow, profitability, and growth, and we give you a clear roadmap to hit your goals. We build forecasts so you're not guessing. We find where you're leaking money, and we help you make big decisions with confidence. So think of us as the person who translates your numbers into a game plan to grow your business. And above all, we give you peace of mind so you can focus on growing your business, knowing the numbers are covered, and you'll be notified if critical trends pop up, such as a barking dog named Huey in the background. Number three, how much does a fractional CFO cost? Well, costs totally depend on your size, goals, and complexity, but most of our clients pay a fixed price between $15,000 to $5,000 a month. There are exceptions, but that's kind of our range. This can be a lot more with firms that charge hourly, by the way. And that all might sound high, but compared to a full-time CFO at $250K plus a year, it's a huge savings. And it's important to understand that a CFO of any variety is an investment. At Astero Group, we work on a fixed monthly price, so you know exactly what you're paying, and more importantly, exactly what you're getting. Okay? Number four, who needs a fractional CFO? If you're doing over $2 million in revenue and you're spending time in accounting land when you should be growing the business, you need one. If you're making big decisions, hiring, expanding, buying equipment, without solid numbers behind those choices, you need one. Basically, if you're serious about scaling and investing in the future of your business, you need one. Number five, what is the difference between a CFO and a fractional CFO? I think you get it, but a full-time CFO runs your entire finance department day to day. They sit in an office, they eat donuts in the morning. A fractional CFO steps in as your strategic brain. So you get the strategy, analysis, forecasting, and team backing, none of the overhead. Number six, when should I hire a fractional CFO? Well, you should bring one in when things start moving fast and maybe revenue's growing, you're adding people quickly, and cash flow feels tight. If you're raising capital, buying another business, or even thinking about selling, get one early as soon as possible. The sooner you get your financials tight, the more options you have and the more valuable your company looks to investors or buyers. Number seven, can a fractional CFO help raise capital? Absolutely. Not at every firm, but at most firms, or at least at our firm. And one of the big reasons founders bring us in is to get investor ready. So we clean up the books, build financial models that make sense to lenders and investors, and we tell you the story of your business in a way that gets people to write checks. A good fractional CFO makes you look like you've been operating at that level for years. They know how to prep your story visually on the financial statements. Number eight, what are the benefits of a fractional CFO? Well, clarity, control, growth. You'll know exactly where your cash is going. You'll have real data to make better decisions, and you'll stop wasting money on things that aren't driving results. And plus, and number one for me, you get peace of mind. You focus on what you do best, and you outsource the rest. Number 9, is a fractional CFO worth it? If you're over $2 million in revenue, yes, a good fractional CFO more than pays for themselves. We find savings, we help you grow smarter, and we keep you from making expensive mistakes. The right one will have a direct impact on your bottom line. Number 10, I think this is our last one. How do I find a fractional CFO? Well, you can go to Google, ChatGPT, look for someone with real operating experience though in the end. These are almost never tax accountants. You want someone who's been in the trenches, who understands growth, cash flow, and strategy. You want someone who bills monthly, not hourly, and who doesn't lock you into long-term agreements. Stay away from those and just talk to them. Make sure they think like a business owner, not just an accountant. And hey, if you want to connect on this, I'll put a link below. You'll see exactly how we work with founders at Astero Group. And yeah, if this helped, hit like and subscribe for more no BS financial advice for founders. And if you're ready to stop guessing at your numbers or to pass it on to someone else, check out the link in the description to learn more about fractional CFO services. It's first come, first serve. We'd love to help you. Take care.